Hey guys, it's Super, and just wanted to say hi. And also, I wanted to share dreams that I've been having in this past year. Now, I've had a lot of vivid dreams and odd dreams since I was about 3-4 years old. That's as far as I can remember of having dreams that were just not typical dreams. Now, I am a believer in Jesus Christ and God, and so anyway, in this past year, you guys know that I've been having a lot of turmoil, a lot of things going in my life, and I don't know if God's giving me signs, but anyway, I wanted to share these dreams with you guys and see if you guys have had any of these type of dreams. Maybe you guys can give me some feedback on the comments, and anyway, I'll start it. All right, so the first dream that I want to talk to you guys about is it happened about a year ago, and I had a dream that my ex and I were going to buy a house. This is when we're still together, and we were going to go buy a house, and this house was by a river. And the house was absolutely beautiful. It had a lake. Yeah, it was a lake. It wasn't a river. It had a lake in the back. And it was just beautiful. It was like a little mansion. And so anyway, it wasn't being sold for a lot of money. That's why we were looking at it. And so we went ahead and put an offer on it. And so when we bought we signed the papers and everything, bought the house, and so I went inside the house just to more check it out, look at all the rooms, do everything I needed to do. And when I went into the master closet, there was a woman in there, and this woman had long black hair, and she was paste white. And I looked in the closet, and she looked at me, and we locked eyes. And I'm not kidding you, I was so terrified in this dream, I ran out of the house, like in my dream. I actually ran out, and somehow I ran into the realtor lady, and I asked her about the woman in the closet. And she had told me the story that her husband had killed her and had taken her kids away with him. And now this happened in the 1800s, so everybody by now is dead. So it was her spirit, I guess, living in that closet because he had killed her inside the house. So anyway, so I go back inside the house, still scared, but knowing that I have to talk to her. So I don't go inside the closet at this time. I just, come close to the opening of the closet, and I start talking to her. And I'm like, my name is so-and-so. I'm here to help you. What can I do to help you? And so she really didn't want to talk. She just kept looking at me, and it was kind of eerie. But in my heart, I felt the need to help her. There was a pull in my heart, and I'm like, I gotta help her because you can't be stuck in a closet for eternity. So anyway, so I started talking to her about her kids and about what had happened. And so she finally, her face, I can remember that her face started softening. It wasn't so angry looking, and she was looking more like a person and not a ghost. So anyway, I kept talking to her, and then I go, you know what would help? And yes, I said this in my dream. I told her that I would get her some coffee. I don't know why, but hey, coffee helps a lot of people. It helps me in the morning. Anyway, so I went and made coffee and brought her a cup of coffee. I told her to sip it very slowly because it was hot. And she took to me because I guess I wasn't mean to her or anything like that. And so through all of this, she really liked the coffee, by the way. And so she started talking to me and told me what had happened, that her husband had killed her, taking her boys away, and that she was in the closet because she was just so sad. So throughout the dream, you know, I'm like trying to help her and help her. Finally, she gave me her hand and I helped her. I can just see this. I helped her come out of the closet and feel safe. And then she was okay with just me though. She wouldn't talk to anyone else. So if anybody else came into the room, she would close herself up again to the point where she wouldn't talk. And she wouldn't even talk to me until that person was out of the room. And so at the end, her and I were fine. I helped her with her situation. And then I woke up. I mean, I still remember this dream like if it just happened. I'm not kidding you. And this was a year ago. And so through talking to my mom about this dream, because my mom also has odd dreams that are just not typical, I guess, of people having dreams. So I was telling her about the dream, and as I was telling her about the dream, I guess I came into the realization that I'm the one that I needed to help to get out of a situation. So through that, I started praying, and I want to say that, you know, I've always been a believer since I was very little. A lot of things have happened in my life where you would think I would grow apart from God. And though I grew apart from God for a while, for a season of my life, I never forgot Him. I always thanked Him for everything that I have, for giving me everything that I need. Though I didn't read the Bible every day, I didn't pray every day, and I certainly was not acting like a true believer should act. So anyway, so coming back to the dream, after telling my mom that and realizing that it was about me, helping me come out of a situation, again, I went back to the scriptures, I started reading and getting closer to God. So, you know, when we were living in Florida, now this is not a dream, but when we were living in Florida, I was going to this church. And I was going there for about, I want to say 7 to 8 years. Really liked the church, really liked the pastor there. We moved here to Texas, and I tried to look for churches, but really didn't feel comfortable. I want to say I found this other church that I'm going to on a regular basis every Sunday with the kids, and it's here and it's local because I was watching the church from Florida online. So even though I was not going to a church, I still watched my old church from Florida online, which was great. And but once I found this church, I'm very happy with the pastor and his sermons and everything and how he teaches. And so anyway, so I'm happy with that. So anyway, getting back to my dreams. The second dream that I had was about, I want to say 9 months ago. And I was somewhere, I can't remember where I was, but there were mountains everywhere. And all I remember was, and I'm sorry, I'm going to use my hands. And so I remember being on this mountain and somewhat being scared. And my back was to an angel. And yes, it was a white robe, radiant light, the wings, it was absolutely beautiful. And he was, or she, was radiating a light from its chest to a demon that the angel was trying to enclose or encast in the mountain. So it was using its beam of light to put rocks in mud and all kinds of stuff to encase this demon inside the mountain. So I'm scared, right? And so I go and I happen to look just turn the corner to look at what was going on. And at that very moment, the angel looks at me and we lock eyes, and the angel asks me, "Are you ready?" And without hesitation or any fear in my being, I said, "Yes, I'm ready." So at that very split of a second now, there was no angel. I was the angel. I had my wings, I had my robe. It was absolutely beautiful. So my beam, the beam of light was coming out of me, and this demon looked directly at me and said, "You should be scared." And I said, "Now, Satan, you're the one who's going to be scared." And at that very second, the beam of light was so radiant and it was so powerful that it encased the demon inside the mountain. And at that, I woke up. Now, I don't know what that dream means or anything. Again, this was happening when I was going through, my separation and everything, getting closer to God. So I was reading the Bible more and getting, just putting my hands inside the dough, as you will, and just kneading the dough and just getting closer and deeper into the scripture. And so anyway, after that dream, I had another dream, which was about 6 months ago. And that dream was that, and I'm not kidding you, these dreams were just very intense. So that dream was that I don't know who was there, but anyway, there was a lot of people like in concentration camps. And so in the dream, I could fly. I've had many, many dreams, and I'll talk about that later. But anyway, I've had many dreams that I could fly. But this one was different. So we were all in concentration camps, and these, I want to say demons, they were picking up people. They had picked up, and I remember it was a young girl. She must have been about 10, 12 years old, and she was on a wheelchair. And they picked her up, and because her mom was also, like, she was wheeling her around in the concentration, they picked her up with her mom and they threw her over a mountain. Well, I saw this and I heard the screams, so I immediately jumped up and was in the sky with my wings. And I saw that the girls were and the mom were about to hit the bottom of the mountain, and I flew as fast as I could and I picked them up. And so, because I'm like, oh yeah, I have wings. So I picked them up and I took them to safety again. And I told that demon, I said, "Not today, not today." Then I woke up. And ever since that first dream, second dream, where I became the angel and put that demon inside the what do you call it? Enclosed them inside the mountain. I used to have dreams that I could fly. Now, when I started having these dreams, I remember having them when I was about 8 to 10 years old. And it was hard for me to control how I was flying. I've had these dreams since, probably when I was about 8 years old, then into my teens, 20s, 30s, and yes, even 40s, because that's where I'm at now. But anyway, throughout my growth, I guess, in my dreams, I've learned to control how to fly, when to fly, and I could at any moment in my dreams now fly. And so, since I had the dream where I was the angel, in the dreams where I can fly now, I have my wings. I don't ever have not my wings. I always have my wings. I've had dreams where I'm flying and it's through a thunderstorm, and it's just, I think they're spiritual dreams, obviously. But if someone out there has had any dreams like that they can comment and maybe give me some insight on these dreams. I talked to the pastor's wife, and she just thought they were interesting, there's nothing wrong with that. But I would like someone to say, super, this is what it is, and I don't know, just to help me out, because the dreams have become more vivid, more intense. I keep having dreams of weird things happening in the earth, just around the world and everything. And I know there's a lot of destruction and commotion, but there's also a lot of goodness. And the media has a way of showing the bad and never the good. But I know there's a lot of goodness out there. And anyway, if you guys have had any dreams like that, or you guys can give me some insight, please comment down below. And I'm glad I made this video. I've been wanting to make it for quite some time. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. I will try to make more videos. And anyway, God bless you guys. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.